Some stories in Hollywood are written with noise, scandals, and constant headlines. But some stories are written with patience, hard work, and quiet strength, and Kaley Cuoco is one of those rare actresses whose journey proves that real success is not always loud, because for many people she will always be remembered as the charming and funny face from The Big Bang Theory. But behind that smile there is a woman who fought for her place, faced pressure, survived criticism, and slowly built a career that became bigger than one role. And recently the internet started talking about her again, not because of a new sitcom or a comedy scene, but because of her new bold photos that instantly grabbed attention across social media, not in a cheap or scandalous way, but in a confident, classy, and fearless way. And the moment these photos appeared, the reactions came fast. Some people praised her for looking powerful, free, and comfortable in her own skin, while others tried to judge her, label her, or reduce her to nothing more than appearances, which once again revealed a harsh truth about our society, that people often celebrate a woman's confidence only when it is convenient for them. But the moment she chooses to own herself without asking permission, the world suddenly becomes uncomfortable. And that is exactly why Kaley Cuoco's bold photos became more than just pictures, because they carried a deeper message, a message of control, self-respect, and independence. And to truly understand that message, you have to understand who Kaley Cuoco is today, because she is not the same young actress who entered the industry years ago. She is a woman who has experienced fame, pressure, heartbreak, and constant public attention, and yet she kept moving forward. She rebuilt herself again and again, and she did it while the world watched closely, commenting on everything from her relationships to her body to her choices. And when you live under that kind of spotlight, even the smallest decision becomes a headline. But Kaley Cuoco has reached a stage where she no longer seems interested in pleasing everyone. She seems interested in being real, and that is what makes her presence so powerful right now, because her new bold photos are not about showing more. They're about hiding less, not hiding her age, not hiding her confidence, not hiding her growth, and not hiding her identity behind fear. Because real boldness is not about how much you reveal. Real boldness is about how strongly you stand in your truth. And these photos show a woman who is not asking the world for approval. She is reminding the world that her life belongs to her image belongs to her, and her confidence belongs to her. And while many people see bold photos and immediately assume it is about attention, the reality is often the opposite. Because when someone reaches a point of true confidence, they stop chasing attention, they start choosing freedom, and freedom is exactly what Kaley Cuoco's vibe represents. She looks like someone who has finally stepped out of the pressure to be perfect, the pressure to be constantly likable, the pressure to always be the funny girl, the sweet girl, the safe girl, and instead, she looks like a woman who has accepted that she can be many things at once. She can be soft and strong, glamorous and serious, funny and fearless. And this is why her bold photos sparked such a big reaction, because they challenge the old idea that women must fit into one box, especially actresses who become famous through comedy, because society often expects them to remain the same forever. But Kaley Cuoco is showing that growth is real, change is natural, and confidence is not something you earn from the internet. It is something you build inside yourself. And the more people talked about these photos, the more it became clear that the real story is not the photos themselves. The real story is what they represent, a woman taking control of her narrative in an industry that constantly tries to control women, a woman refusing to be reduced to a character, refusing to be judged by outdated standards, and refusing to apologize for evolving. And this moment also connects to something deeper, because today we live in a time where social media creates unrealistic expectations, where people compare themselves to edited perfection, where aging is treated like a problem, and where women are constantly pressured to look younger, smaller, smoother, and more acceptable. But Kaley Cuoco's bold confidence pushes back against that, because she looks real, she looks alive, she looks present, and she looks like someone who has learned to value peace over approval. And there is something cinematic about that kind of confidence, because it feels like the moment in a movie when the character stops running and finally stands still, not because she gave up, but because she finally understood her worth. And that is why these bold photos are not just a trending topic. They are a reminder that confidence has no fixed definition, that beauty does not disappear with time, it transforms into strength, and that the strongest people are often the ones who stop explaining themselves. And Kaley Cuoco did not come out to fight every opinion. She did not waste energy proving anything. She simply let her presence speak. And in that silence, there is power, because when you truly respect yourself, you do not need to argue with the world. You simply move forward. And through this moment, Kaley Cuoco reminded people that boldness has no age limit, self-respect needs no permission, and real confidence is not something you wear, it is something you become. So if you enjoy real stories, cinematic storytelling, and powerful personalities who inspire without forcing, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that being yourself is the boldest move of all.